What's up, everybody? You know what day it is? It's Sunday. And it's The Last of Us review time, episode 3, season 2, episode 3. And man, this was it was a slower episode for sure. Not really any action in this episode, to be honest. Wasn't bad, wasn't a terrible episode, but definitely was not very action-packed. So the episode starts off with Tommy sitting there checking out all the dead bodies from everything, and there's Joel's body with a broken watch on his wrist, and Joel's kind of like watering him off a little bit. In a way, I guess they like get like the blood and stuff like that off of him. I was wanting the episode to kind of start with Ellie bringing Joel back, because I kind of wanted to see like the town's reaction and like Tommy's reaction to seeing his brother being carried in dead. I know that sounds kind of messed up, but I feel like that would have meant more impactful that you would have seen of Tommy if you would have seen that event unfold. However, though, that was not the case. And then Ellie goes into Joel's house, gets his revolver, and keeps it just like she does in the game. And she starts crying over whenever she walks into his closet. Then she dries her tears up real quick whenever Dia comes in. Dia's like, hey, I got a peace offering. I made some cookies. She goes, however, though, I know the people's names. I know who they are, where they're going, and all that stuff. I didn't tell you because you were in the hospital. You would have yanked out all your cords and you would have went to go try to find them, which Ellie would have, because part of the episode showed Ellie in the hospital getting her treatment and all that done. And then the psychiatrist coming in there. I don't like that psychiatrist lady. She's a B word. I don't like her at all. But, you know, we all feel for Joe. So, of course, Ellie holds a council meeting and wanting 16 of their best people to go on a hunt to find the people to kill Abby and all of them. And most of the town voted no. Now, however, though, the guy that called her a dyke in the first episode is the one that stood up for her and encouraged everyone to go find these people to kill them. And he's the one that gave them weapons and supplies and stuff like that and let them go out the gate at the end of the episode, which is where Ellie and Dia is off to Seattle to go find Abby and her crew. You finally get a glimpse of the Wolf crew, which is hundreds of people. Like these two taking on these groups of people, it's going to be tough. But as you guys know, if you play the game, it's definitely doable. She's there to go hunt them one by one, and that's what happens in the game. She hunts them one by one and starts killing them off. So I'm excited to see it. And, you know, a lot of people's talking about Bella being Ellie. Do I still think it was a bad casting choice? Absolutely. Is Bella a bad actress? I don't think she's a bad actress, but she's not Ellie. Like, I don't know. I said it once, I'll say it again. The girl that's playing Abby, I feel like would have been a great casting choice for Ellie. However, though, the girl that's playing Dia, which also played Dora the Explorer in the live action movie, I think she's a good choice. Joe, I feel like, was a good choice with Pedro Pascal. Tommy was a good choice. I think the person playing Tommy was actually a really good casting choice. He looks identical to the character in the game. But, you know, it is what it is. You do see a new group of like tribe people, which you guys, if you play the second game, you realize it's the bald-headed people and all that stuff. And then, of course, Ellie and Dia comes up to their people dead. So, obviously, it was the Wolf gang. Well, what we think is the Wolf crew, Abby's crew, that did that. However, though, we don't know for a fact because they are changing things from the game versus the show. But, like I said, it was a slower episode. No flashbacks or anything like that of Joe. We will get that later on because people have seen it in the trailer. And it was not a terrible episode. It's just really slow. So for that reason, I'm getting this a 5 out of 10 for the episode score. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think of this episode? Where do you think the direction of this show is going to go? Do you think we're going to get the entire Last of Us 2 game in this season, or do you think they're going to break it up and that's why they're having a season 3 because Last of Us 2 game was such a big game? Let me know in your comments. Let me know what you guys think. Much love. Peace.